Imagine a tiny NICU baby fighting to survive. Now picture Caitlin Clark walking in, bringing hope and smiles to the worried parents. That's only the beginning of what she's doing. Clark isn't just winning games on the court, she's making a huge difference in her community with her kind.
Well, for her to stop her busy schedule and to just check on all the babies here, it means a lot.
Before we get started, I have a quick favor to ask. If you enjoy this content, please like the video and subscribe. Almost all of you watch without subscribing, and while it costs nothing, it makes a huge difference by helping us bring you more stories like this. Now, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. You probably know her as the basketball star lighting up the court, but there's so much more to her than three-pointers and highlight reels. Off the court, Clark is making an incredible impact through hospital visits, charity work, and community support, showing that her heart is just as golden as her game. One powerful example is her visit to the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, where she and Fever assistant coach Tully Bevilacqua spent time in the NICU. Imagine the scene: beeping monitors, worried parents, and tiny babies fighting for life. In that moment, Clark brought smiles, hope, and joy, even signing basketballs and playing with siblings. She called it her first NICU visit and promised it wouldn't be her last, saying she had a blast and wanted to come back. Families were deeply touched, with one even calling her visit the perfect going-away gift as they left the hospital. The staff were equally amazed, seeing firsthand how Clark lifted spirits in such a tough place. And this is only part of her story. Through food pantry partnerships and more, she continues to prove she's not just a superstar on the court, but a real MVP in her community.
I've been doing this since I've been in middle school when I lived back in Des Moines. I always served at the local food pantry, homeless shelter, and I just think it's a good way to give back. I don't think people realize food insecurity is such a big problem in our world. So
we're talking about Caitlin Clark teaming up with the Coralville Community Food Pantry, and she didn't come to play. Clark helped raise over $66,000 to fight hunger in her community. That's not a typo, $66,000. Even veteran fundraisers were stunned by the number. But here's the crazy part: Clark's impact didn't just stay local. Donations started coming in from across the country and even from other parts of the world. It was like she hit a game-winning shot that kept echoing everywhere, and suddenly it was raining donations. John Boller, the executive director of the Coralville Food Pantry, said the outpouring of funds from around the globe made a massive impact on their work. That's the kind of assist that changes lives. So how did this all begin? It started during Iowa's historic NCAA tournament run, when Clark and her team raised about $22,000. But that was just the start. Donations poured in faster than Clark's crossovers, and then Green State Credit Union joined in with matching donations. Talk about teamwork. It was like Clark set up an alley-oop, and the entire community came together to slam it home. But here's the real game changer: Clark isn't just raising money, she's raising awareness. She's using her platform to shine a light on hunger and to support people who need it most. That's leadership that goes far beyond basketball. And then there's the Caitlin Clark Foundation, which is no ordinary charity with a big name. Her foundation is a true triple threat, focused on education, nutrition, and sports. It's like Clark took the same strategy she uses on the court and applied it to making a real difference in kids' lives.
honestly, it makes me smile in return. For me, I'm just myself. That's what I try to be. I try to just be a great role model for them. And
you won't believe the numbers we're about to share. In 2022 alone, the Caitlin Clark Foundation gave $22,000 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Iowa. But that's just the start. They also provided more than $113,000 worth of winter gear, 85 hoodies, 75 pairs of gloves, and 57 basketballs. That's enough to prepare a whole group of kids to stay warm in the winter and still hit the courts. But here's what makes it even more special: Clark isn't just signing checks from the sidelines. She's jumping right into the action. Imagine Caitlin Clark, one of the biggest stars in basketball, personally handing out backpacks filled with school supplies to kids across Iowa. That's exactly what happened with her Back to School Backpacks campaign, where she gave out 350 backpacks, each packed with the essentials kids need to succeed in the classroom. So why education, nutrition, and sports? In Clark's own words, "Those are the same pillars that really have allowed me to have a lot of success in my life." She's not just giving back, she's creating a blueprint for success and sharing it with the next generation. And Clark's star power is drawing in big-name supporters too. Companies like Gatorade and HYV are backing her mission, with HYV even launching a special cereal called Caitlin's Crunch Time. And yes, the proceeds are going straight to her foundation. Talk about breakfast that fuels both kids and community. And remember those backpacks? That's just one piece of her work. Clark's generosity keeps growing, proving she hasn't forgotten where she came from. And the best part? She's inspiring a whole new generation to dream bigger, work harder, and give back.
I loved it and I was very excited because she's my favorite basketball player.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's roots. Not her jump shot or her crossover, but the place that shaped her into the person she is today. We're going back to her school days, and yes, we're talking Catholic school. Clark is a proud graduate of St. Francis of Assisi and Dowling Catholic. These schools weren't just stepping stones, they built the foundation of her values. And now, she's giving back in a big way. She's not just writing checks or signing autographs. She's rolling up her sleeves and getting involved through her Back to School Backpacks initiative. This project gave out 350 backpacks filled with school supplies, and 50 of those went straight to students from the Diocese of Des Moines, Clark's own hometown roots. But here's the special part, Clark didn't just donate. She showed up in person to hand out those backpacks. Imagine being a kid and having Caitlin Clark walk in with your school supplies. That's a memory that lasts forever. So why is Clark so invested in giving back to her old schools? Her mom, Ann Clark, explained it best. Catholic education above all has given our children the courage to keep learning, to keep practicing their faith, to accept sacrifice, and the wisdom to use the gifts they've been given. Powerful words. And it's not just her family who feels this way. Donna Bishop, the superintendent of Catholic schools, said, "If you want to be like Caitlin Clark, you have to go above and beyond. Put in the extra time and effort, just like Caitlin did in the classroom and on the basketball court." Clark is doing more than handing out school supplies. She's showing kids what it means to work hard, stay dedicated, and remember where you came from. Her actions prove that success isn't just about talent, it's about giving back. And if you think her kindness ends with backpacks, think again. Because the next group of fans she's reaching will absolutely surprise you. We're talking about little supporters who aren't even old enough to walk, let alone dribble a basketball.
I am the biggest fan. 2 weeks, I'm gonna say.
Finally, let's talk about Caitlin Clark's latest viral moment. Picture this, a packed event, fans everywhere asking for autographs, and Clark with her signature smile, about to sign a baby. Yes, you heard that right. Our basketball superstar took fan interaction to a whole new level by signing her name on an infant. Talk about starting them young. This wasn't your normal autograph session, it was a spontaneous, hilarious, and heartwarming moment that only Caitlin Clark could pull off. She's not just a star on the court, she's a star at connecting with fans of all ages, and I mean all ages. The internet exploded after seeing it. People couldn't get enough of the clip. It wasn't just funny, it showed a side of Clark that fans love. She's approachable, relatable, and not afraid to laugh at herself. In fact, Clark even joked about it later, saying, "I think I signed an ultrasound one time. But yeah, actual living in the world." That's classic Caitlin, quick with a smile and always keeping it real. But here's the thing, this moment was about more than a laugh or a cute video. It highlighted how Clark is making an impact on fans of every generation, from babies to parents. These little acts of kindness and humor show us who she really is, not just a basketball phenom, but a good-hearted person who genuinely cares about people. And remember, her influence doesn't stop at fan meet and greets. Through her foundation, Clark is focusing on education, nutrition, and sports, the same pillars that shaped her own success. She's taking the same drive she has on the court and applying it to making real change off the court. As John Boller from the Coralville Food Pantry said, Clark's involvement has been a true game changer for their work. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. She's not just inspiring fans, she's rewriting the playbook for what athlete philanthropy looks like. So what do you think of Caitlin's latest viral moment? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and click on the video on your screen for more amazing stories. See you in the next one.